Hello everybody, it's Zachariah. As you may know, this year I'm dedicating my 2019 running to run 148 miles for the 148 police officers who died in 2018. But I also do not want to forget the ones who have already died in 2019. And it's so unnecessary because in the last 8 days we've lost 7 police officers, and this has to stop, and I wish this can stop soon. But today I'm going to be honoring the first one that died in 2019. His name is Joseph William Shinners. He died on January 5th. He was 29 years old and worked for the Provo Police Department for 3 years. And he left behind a young son and a wife. And he got killed when he was trying to arrest somebody, and the person killed him, unfortunately. And I'm going to be dedicating this run to honor him. And he was shot and wounded by a gunshot wound, and I'm going to be honoring him today. I'm going to be running with the flag again, and this is the second one I'm going to be doing. But he was the first one to die this year, and I'll say a quick prayer and I'll be on my way. And again, I'm going to be running 1 mile, and that's 4.5 laps around this.
So for those tuning in, Zachariah today is paying his respect to Master Officer Joseph Shinners, who was our first law enforcement officer who we lost in 2019. As Zachariah mentioned, we lost him as he was arresting a fugitive, and the fugitive unfortunately shot and killed Officer Shinners, who worked for the Provo Police Department and leaves behind a wife and young son. Zachariah is running 1 mile today with the blue stripe flag to honor him. And in order to run 1 mile, it's 4.5 laps around this little loop that we live on. And we just want to make sure people never forget the sacrifices made by our LEOs each and every day, and their memory will live on. So once again, for those new viewers, Zachariah just finished his first of 4.5 laps, in which he is carrying the blue stripe flag in honor of fallen Provo Police Officer Joseph Shinners, Master Police Officer Joseph Shinners, who was the first of now 7 officers that we've lost in 2019. Sadly, since Zachariah's last run, which was yesterday afternoon, we've lost another 2, with a third that's in critical condition after a shooting yesterday in Alabama. One of the officers that we lost overnight also died from Illinois, from a driver that struck and killed the officer. But today, Zachariah is paying his respects to Officer Shinners, again, the first officer that we've lost this year. And the hope is that we don't forget the sacrifices made by Officer Shinners. So Zechariah just finished his second of 4.5 laps, in which he's running 1 mile today. For those new viewers, today's run is in honor of Master Police Officer Joseph Shinners, who we lost on January the 5th. Again, he was issuing an arrest for a fugitive who then opened fire and unfortunately tragically struck Officer Shinners, Master Officer Shinners. So today Zechariah is running to pay his respects to Master Officer Shinners, carrying with him the blue stripe flag. That's a symbol of the unity between the police department and remembering the fallen law enforcement officers that died giving their all. And today this flag is representing Officer Shinners. The flag that Zechariah is running with, the blue stripe flag, was actually presented to Zechariah following his running of the Tunnel to Towers 5K in New York City this past year. Zechariah actually was able to run with the Port Authority Police Department as well as members of the Brothers for Others organization. And the flag that Zechariah ran with in that race was the one that he's running with today. Was actually given to him in honor of Sergeant Chesna, who we lost last year, in which Zechariah will be paying tribute to later this year. So Zechariah ran that run in honor of Officer Chesna, Sergeant Chesna. And following the run, in which he got to meet Sergeant Chesna's wife, they told him to keep the flag and use it to carry on the honor of Sergeant Chesna and all the officers that have been lost. So today he carries it with pride for Master Police Officer Shinners. So Zechariah is running his final lap. Once he gets to the halfway point of this strip, that'll be exactly 1 mile. So Zechariah is completing now his final stretch for Master Police Officer Shinners. Zachariah, any final words?
Just God bless the families of Mr. Shinner, and just thank you for what you did. You sacrificed your life and try to help us, and you really sacrificed your life, and God bless you, God bless his family, and yeah. Bye, everybody.